Georgia was terminally ill. The doctor said she could live for another month at the most. Georgia was in complete despair. She wants to quit her job. But then the phone rang. Georgia tried to get him to hang up, but the boss ignored her, calling unscrupulously in front of her, mocking her when he was done.
Yes, I do.
He said the money will be deducted from her salary.
Take it. Take the whole thing. Okay, it's worth it.
Then turn around and turn on the music. Georgia was furious. And break the CD into pieces directly. The boss realized that something was wrong and learned that Georgia was going to resign. He tried to stop her. Because Georgia is the pillar of the company. He offered double his salary to keep her. All he got was a scolding. Then Georgie went to the bank and withdrew all her savings.
You sure you want to liquidate the entire IRA? All of it?
The manager was a little curious and asked her what she was going to do.
I'm just gonna blow it.
Georgia set out on her own journey. She was annoyed by a fat man in the front seat who kept pushing her. So she called the attendant to complain about the crowded seats, but the attendant didn't pay her any attention.
Had you chosen to fly first class instead of economy, you would have had plenty of room in one of our cocoons.
How much is it?
She wants to enjoy it. In the last time of her life, the stewardess brought her a delicious turkey, and the attendant poured her wine. Georgia finally realized how happy rich people can be. There was a long line of people taking taxis. After they got off the plane, Georgia thought for a while. It's a bit troublesome. Without another word, she rented a plane. When she came to the hotel, people guessed her identity. Because so far only the president has done such a thing. The waiter on the other side told Georgia that there is only the presidential suite now. $20,000 a day. Georgia agreed without blinking. The waiter showed her to her room, and she took out a stack of large bills from her bag as a tip. The waiter was terrified and quickly returned them more, leaving only one for himself. Georgia, holding the bill in her hand, watched the waiter leaving. Her eyes brightened when she turned her head and looked out the window. In the evening, the Michelin chef received a special order. There are no requirements above, and each dish is its own specialty. This is the real guest. Soon plates of delicacies were served on the table. Then the chef came over. He wanted to meet the bosom friend, but it shocked the other guests. Let the chef of the top Michelin restaurant come out to meet her in person. Who the hell is Georgia? She lives in the most luxurious hotel, the most expensive presidential suite. Even she was wearing a limited edition that no one else could buy. Some people say she is a rich woman. Some people say she is powerful. And this succeeded in attracting the attention of the congressman. Seeing Georgia in a hot spring, he took the opportunity to go over. Georgia told him that she was a normal person. The senator laughed and thought she was joking. As a result, this scene was just seen by the rich. He was even more certain of Georgia's identity. The second day rich skiing, chatting happily. Georgia rushed out like lightning. The rich concluded that Georgia provokes him and immediately catches up. But he didn't expect that she could not ski at all. In a panic, she hugged the rich man. Georgia slammed him to the ground and then walked away. The rich man got up in desperation and tried his best to catch up with Georgia. But he didn't notice that there was a small forest in front of him. The road is getting steeper. Georgia got the trick and took a leap in the air and landed steadily, but the rich was not so lucky. The rich man was humiliated in public. To save face, he asked Georgia to go to something more exciting. The two made a date to go skydiving. Georgia looked down. That was too high. The coach also deliberately scared them that they might die playing it. At first, Georgia was a little scared. But she was about to die, so there is nothing to be afraid. Jumped straight off. Soon the parachute opened smoothly, and she carefully controlled the direction and landed safely. Now it's the rich man's turn.
1, go!
Can't jump!
Then Georgia ran to the casino. with the rest of money, trying to spend it all. It turned out to be a lot of luck. She won a full $3 million. At the same time, the housekeeper found Georgia's suicide note. Then she knew what had happened to Georgia. She was an ordinary saleswoman with a meager salary, less than $30,000 a year. She had to prepare various coupons for shopping. She didn't care about the strange look the clerk gave her, and she was found to be terminally ill. When she returned to the hotel, the butler confessed everything. But instead of getting angry, Georgie was relieved, because finally someone can talk with her. But at this time, the wealthy found out Georgia's identity and made it public at the party. Georgia told him that she never wanted to lie to others because she is dying and came here just to spend all the money. Everyone was silent on hearing the news.
And I ended up on the cover of a ski magazine. Don't feel sorry for me, baby.
With that, Georgia turned and left the rich with only embarrassment. Friend said he is a bastard. Then leave together. Even my best friend doesn't care about him. The rich man regretted that. He had never meant to do anything wrong. He just got used to being above the top and ended up hurting a poor woman. He got drunk and climbed to the roof this night. Georgia heard the news and without saying a word, went up to the roof, sat down with the rich man. The rich man told her that he was mediocre for a lifetime, only to find that he had only cold banknotes around him. Georgia told him that for the last month of her life she had stayed in the best hotels, learned to ski, and experienced skydiving. She won more money than she could spend in a lifetime. But she didn't have the courage to confess to the one she loved the most, when suddenly a man's voice came downstairs. The last moment the man finally arrived. He climbed up the roof and mustered the courage to confess to Georgia.
I have feelings for you. Georgia Byrd, I want to be with you. Whether it's for 5 minutes here on this ledge or 50 years.
Then the butler also ran over. She said she did not get sick at all. The doctor misdiagnosed. Georgia cried with joy. In the cheers of the crowd, they kissed together. It seems that everyone can see their own shadow in Georgia. All day by the boss spite but dare not resign. Seeing the person who were fond of every day, but dare not confess. Don't want mediocrity but dare not step out of your comfort zone. If you're still lost, I'm sure this movie will give you the answer. While time is good, years are not old. Do what you really want to do, and see who you want to see the most.
But I wasted too much of my life being quiet. I was afraid, I guess. You know how it is. You keep your head down, and you hustle and hustle. Then you look up one day and wonder, how did I even get here? Come on, bro. See, some of the things we care about a lot, pretty worthless.